welcome to the first ever episode of Real Life Gaze. This is a channel we've started together, myself, Rhys and Lee. My name is Gareth. I represent G in RLG. So let's introduce you to my co-hosts. First of all, we have Lee.
Hi guys, my name's Lee and I'm 38 years old and I'm from Nottingham and really looking forward to working with these guys.
So basically we're very excited to start this off now. I'm super excited to be here and super excited to start talking about anything you guys want to talk about with these lovely gentlemen that we have here.
Yeah, we met a few weeks ago on the app TikTok. We've been speaking for a few weeks. I don't know if anyone knows what TikTok is. I'm sure you all do, but it's basically a video making app where you can make short video clips to make people laugh. So lip syncing, comedy, movies or whatever. And during this lockdown, we all joined and we just found each other through it because it's a great app that saved us all from boredom just now. And we came up with this idea of why don't we get together and do a panel type show that focuses on topics for gay guys. And when I found out he was interested in doing this, I thought actually there's nothing else out there that is like this. We've got Loose Women, which is for women. But I googled, I looked up for ages, I couldn't find anything that had a panel type chat show with just gay guys talking about topics for gay guys. And that's when I thought, actually, this could be something really special. And this first episode is going to be about basically just introducing everyone to us, what we're trying to do with this whole talk show. It's going to be on YouTube to begin with. Obviously, we're quite limited with what we can do to Zoom. And so we're using Zoom, and it'll be on YouTube. And then hopefully in the future, depending on how popular it gets, we can meet up and hopefully film more. But the content we're going to be doing in future episodes will be decided by you. So please go and like our Instagram and Facebook pages. It's Real Life Gaze. We'll always put links in the comments for you to all go and follow us. Email us reallifegaze@yahoo.com. All of your suggestions for topics, or if you need advice, or if you're interested in coming on and being a guest and talking about topics that some of us might not know much about. So I do apologise for the sound here. I live near a farm road, so if you hear lots of motorbikes and people running, that's what you're hearing, so I apologise. So this first episode, as I said, we're just going to introduce ourselves, giving you a little bit of background about us, just so you get a bit more information about who your hosts are. So we're going to start with Rhys. So over to you, Rhys. Tell us a bit about yourself.
I'm a gay man. I live here in Cyprus, in sunny Cyprus. My husband is basically a dancer, and we moved here 5 years ago because there was more work for him. And I'm a hairdresser. I've been hairdressing for 15 years. I can now teach hairdressing as well. And I'm also a barman. I do like a nice alcoholic beverage. So I was got a job as a barman as well. So, because I do like to flirt, and you have to be a flirt if you're a barman. So, yeah. That's me.
And are you planning on staying in Cyprus for the future? Are you planning on coming back to the UK?
Yeah, we want to come back to the UK. I'm a big family man. I miss my family a lot. They do come out as often as they can. They probably come out 3-4 times a year, which is beautiful, and I love it. But I'm used to seeing them every day, so for me, this is actually quite hard to be here, especially for this long.
Yeah. So you're planning on what, next year, coming back to the UK?
Next year, maybe a year and a half. There's a lot to sort out here. It's not that easy. We've got 3 cats that we have to try and get back as well, and that's not cheap.
No.
Not cheap.
So Lee, tell us a bit about you.
So I live in Nottingham. Similar to Rhys, I'm a family guy. I do have a partner. He lives down in Essex. Obviously with the lockdown, that's been a bit awkward, but we speak to each other on FaceTime, every day. Similar with family, we text and things like that. But I moved to Nottingham last May for a new job. So now I work with children with learning disabilities, which is a lovely job. You go to work every day and it's like, it doesn't even feel like work. It's lovely, really, really nice. During the lockdown, joined TikTok. Initially, I deleted it because I didn't know how it worked or anything. And then I went into lockdown, like possibly most of us, and I'm now loving TikTok. I'm loving all the friends that I've made, used to other friends that we've all made, creating duets, and yeah, lovely. It's very uplifting. It's like a little community. It's really, really nice.
And it's brought us all together.
It has, yeah.
So yeah, about me, I'm 31 years young. I live in West Lothian, Scotland, originally from Fife. I am an eyewear representative. So for those of you who don't know, I'm a sales rep, basically. So I sell glasses into independent opticians all around Scotland. So it keeps me busy, even though right now, obviously, with social distancing, opticians cannot social distance. So everything's closed. So I've been out of work for a while on furlough, like a lot of us. But at the same time, being on furlough and being in lockdown has brought us together. It's made me make a lot more friends. It's just kind of made me reevaluate a lot of things in my life, which has been a positive. So I'm a firm believer in everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
So whether or not we were meant to go on TikTok, find each other and create this show that will hopefully help some people, I don't know, but we'll soon find out. But I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason.
Definitely. Same here.
In this show and turning something that's so awful and negative into a positive is amazing to me. And I hope it's as a success, as much as a success as I want it to be.
Yeah, same.
I'm excited to get it going.
I know, and the thing is, we've not had any episodes out yet, and we've got a lot of people interested. We've had a few emails, we've got a few followers on YouTube, even though there's no videos up yet. This will be the first one. Yes. We've had lots of really positive feedback during our TikTok lives. So on TikTok, you can actually go live, like you can do on Facebook and everything, and speak live to people who follow you. And the response we've had from doing something like this has been really positive, because like we said, there's nothing else like it out there. And we're trying to make it, you know, for all ages. So although there might be some sensitive topics that might be more suitable for over 18s, we are going to try and keep it so that anyone under 18 can benefit from it as well.
Yeah, definitely.
So again, all of our content is going to be decided by you guys, and we've had a couple of suggestions already. I think this first episode is just so you get to know us, a little bit about our backgrounds, which brings us on to our next point. We're going to talk about our own experiences of coming out and coming out into the world of being gay. So let's start with you, Rhys. What was your story?
No, me. Well, I was a baby when I came out. I came out at 14, I think it was. Basically, I kind of had issues with it mentally. I remember one day, I think I must have been about 12 or 13, and I was looking in my bathroom mirror downstairs, and basically I was just like, something's wrong, something's not right, like this isn't normal. I had no idea what being gay was, literally no idea. It was not taught in schools. No one in my family really talked about it. It wasn't negative or positive, it was just not spoken about. So I had this friend at school, and bless her, she helped me kind of research being gay, and obviously I found that it was nothing. Like, you can't choose it, you haven't chosen it, there's no need to be down about it. And then I was about 14 years old, and I remember my mum was going out, she was getting ready to go out for a night out on a weekend that she used to do, and she was in her bedroom, she was doing her makeup, she was doing her eyelashes in the mirror, and I just came in, sat on her bed, and I just covered up my eyes and was like, "Mum, I think I'm gay." And she was doing her makeup, she went, "Yeah, I know." And I was just like, okay, where's the excitement? Where's the whole thing that I thought it was going to be? It wasn't cool. I mean, my dad found out about a year later, and I was really scared to tell my dad, because he owned a pub in South East London, and he was quite like he believed he was a gangster. So I got my mum was getting married, and I got her to tell my stepmom to then tell my dad that I was gay, which she did. So yeah, that's my stories. They're not that exciting. I mean, I think I had quite an easy time.
An easy coming.
Yeah.
Well, I'm similar. like it wasn't a big dramatic deal. I think it's more a dramatic deal, like you're saying, for yourself. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you carry this on your shoulders when you first realise, whether it's, you know, from as young as 8 years old, but not really understanding what it means, all the way up. Like I must have known when I was in primary school, but there's always that thing that you're just not quite sure what it means.
Yeah.
And then when I grew up in an area that wasn't really accepting of gay people because it wasn't really common. So I was brought up being quite feminine. I sound and act very much like my sister. I'm very feminine. It's quite obvious that I am gay. But when I grew up in school, you know, you're bullied for being different, and you're getting called gay. So I grew up with being gay as something that should be shameful and something that should be picked on. So I hid it, like a lot of other people do.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I came to Edinburgh for university where I was introduced to a completely different way of living in a city, and went to my first gay club and thought, oh, here she is, arrived. And I just so much more free. And I remember coming out to one of my friends I lived with in university halls, and after I said it, I felt like this big weight off my shoulders, and I phoned my mum, told her, then she told my dad, I told my sister, and then there was just tears everywhere, and then she told the whole family, and it was just, I was hysterical. I was so emotional, but at the same time, I think it was just because I had bottled it up for so long, and I felt I couldn't come out when I was younger because I was bullied so much. My family helped me through it. I felt like if I was to turn around and say, actually, I am, I felt like I was letting them down because they were fighting my battles when actually everyone that was bullying me was right.
Yeah.
But I think when you get older, you realise that the most important thing is your own happiness and your own truth. And when I see other people's stories, I mean, Rhys, the fact that you came out so young is amazing, but even now, I've got people that I know who are coming out even younger. I went back to my own high school when I was maybe 25. I got welcome back. That was during the whole Stonewall phase where people are gay, go over it.
Yeah.
So that was like the whole slogans everywhere. And I got invited back to my school to do like a little talk to this LGBT group. And the fact that my school had an LGBTQ group was incredible. I got very emotional. And the head boy, prefect, you know, the head boy was out. He was openly gay at, 17 years old, and he was quite popular. Everyone loved him, and there wasn't even an issue. There was posters everywhere from Stonewall saying, people are gay, go over. And I was like, I wish I had that at school.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy that nowadays there's schools that are accepting it, and bullying for being gay isn't really as big as it was. I mean, it's still there, and there's still a lot of work to be done. But from when I was younger, it's changed a lot. But at the same time, as I said, I'm a firm believer in everything happens for a reason. So all of my experiences have brought me right to where I am, and I'm very happy in myself. So yeah.
Yes. So yeah, I had a similar experience to you two guys. If anything, looking back, obviously I have to look back a little bit further than used to, only a little bit though. What I definitely took away from it as coming out is all the support from family, friends. What I actually did, my parents actually got in touch with a local youth club. So it was especially for young gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender people, and it, like similar to when you went to your first gay club, it was like, oh, I'm not on my own. There are other people like me. And be people from all different backgrounds. But it was when I was there, I heard all their different coming out stories as well. Some of them similar to mine and ours, very positive. But then there are some where they've been, say, not as positive, and the family have not been as supportive. So for us to do, say, something like that we're doing now, if it can reach someone that is struggling, and it could maybe give them a little bit of encouragement, or at least they know, we're three gay guys, we're here, and and life still goes on. And like you said as well, everything happens for and actually making this show, it might give someone that little bit of an encouragement, or at least not even encouragement to even come out just yet, but just to know that there are people out there and you know, it's not a bad thing.
No.
You know, we're human. You know, we're all the same person, gay, straight, bi, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, that's what, I mean, the fact that the three of us have had amazing experiences and positive experiences is fantastic. You know, there's 10 years between us and we've got different backgrounds, but we are quite fortunate because unfortunately, like you said, there are people that aren't as lucky as us and whose families and friends aren't accepting. And I remember my mum telling me a story when she used to work in a garage about a guy who was so jealous of the relationship I had with my mum, and he said to her, you know, your relationship you have with your son is amazing. And she was like, oh, why? What's your relationship like with your mum? And he said, well, when I came out to her, she slapped me in the face. I've not spoke to her since. And my mum got really upset. She was crying, and you know, he was like, you know, unfortunately, the relationship, whether or not it's because she was religious, I don't really remember the situation, but my mum was like, the fact that a mother can almost pretty much disown her child just because they love a member of the same sex is just insane. But sadly, a lot of people, even now, think like that. And that's why us doing this is hopefully going to reach out to everyone, either if you're a child who's wanting to come out, or you have come out, or even if you're a parent whose child has just come out, or you suspect they might be gay and they're not comfortable coming out yet. The fact that you can see that we're, you know, 29, 30s, 30, whatever, and we're all having great lives and we've had great experiences, and the fact that we're gay doesn't change any of that. Hopefully, we can make a difference in that sense. And that's why doing something like this, I think, is important, because other panel shows don't really talk about things like that. They either have a guest on who's gay, on Loose Women, for example, they might have a guest on who's gay and they might chat a little bit about it, but it goes straight back to being how that affects mothers and women, whereas we're going to talk about it from our perspective and how we can help other people with our own experience and knowledge.
Hopefully we can.
And just going back to say the email, touching on what Gareth said, you know, if there's any questions or from parents, from any young people, or anyone even more mature that say maybe haven't come out, or even people who have come out, if you did want to email us your questions or advice, you know, it can be anonymous, or we can just use your first name. Let us know if you'd like to remain anonymous, but you can email us at reallifegays@yahoo.com. Also, we have the Instagram page as well. You can drop us a message on there also.
Exactly, because we're not all knowledgeable. Like, we'll have our own little sections that we know about. Rhys, if anyone has questions on hair, that's up to you.
No.
Anyone has questions on care, it's Lee. Anyone wants to know about glasses, it's me. But if there's any topics that we are not confident about, we've already had a couple of emails come in that we don't really know much about, we will investigate it for you, or we will invite someone on who does have information on that, so we can actually share someone's really good knowledge with you. We're not just going to look at it and go, well, we don't know anything about that, we're not going to do it, because let's face it, we won't have a lot of content.
What I've found as well, I've had a lot of people saying, you know, because we're definitely TikTok, it's worldwide. So yeah. I know we've all made friendships from all over the world. I know from Sydney and, you know, Germany and everywhere, places like that. So it's not necessarily just for the UK. No. I know one of my friends that are in Sydney, they've said that they would love to come on to talk about, she's an ally of gay, lesbian and bisexual people, and she would like to come on and talk about her background, because she's from the Philippines. So it's about the different religions, different races, etc.
That'd be good. Kind of get a view around the world of what it's like just to be a part of this culture, because I think that's the thing with gay people. I mean, yes, we have our own families, but we're also quite lucky enough to choose another little family that is LGBTQ plus, whatever it is you are, we can choose that family. They understand the things that we go through and what goes on in our heads sometimes.
Exactly, and that's why I think it's so surprising that we've got to 2020 and not have something like this. There's podcasts, but you tend to find a lot of these podcasts are mainly talking about sex and not just talking about other things. And a lot of people want to interact with people. They want to see who they're talking to. I mean, I listen to a lot of podcasts because I drive for hours on end during my job, but I'd like to come home and watch a YouTube channel of just guys talking about topics that are actually relevant to me, and that's why we're doing it.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't mind talking about sex, but I think it's quite healthy. But I agree with you. This isn't just sex. Like, we don't mind talking about it. If somebody wants to know a question that is relevant and obviously serious, then yes, we'll talk about it. But obviously, this is obviously to help anybody that is needing answers for anything that they might have. And it's not
exactly. Well, you base it on. We always keep mentioning Loose Women because it's the closest thing to what we're trying to do, because they're a panel show for women by women, and we're the same. We're for gays and we are gay, so we're trying to pass on our experiences to people. And they talk about sex on their show, but it doesn't have to be in a seedy, dirty way. It could be something that actually educational, that people can relate to, and it can be fun, tongue-in-cheek, but at the same time family friendly.
Definitely.
Doesn't mean boring.
Definitely family friendly. But I'm thinking, like, because obviously we're going for all ages as well. So if there's like a young gay boy or young gay girl out there that's got a few questions to do with sex, obviously we're happy to answer them. As long as obviously they're not too much.
And like we say, we are in the initial stages. This is our first episode. It's all very low budget just now. We don't have a logo yet, we don't have an intro yet. These are things that hopefully will come. We're just going to put this first episode out, get the feels from everyone, build up a following, and then find out what other people actually want to see. And we hope it's a success. I have a feeling it will be, but that's all for you guys.
I think it will be. I think if we get a good, strong following like we've already got, we'll be fine.
Exactly.
Fun as well. It's fun to make. Let us.
I know. And as I said, we're always going to have a theme. Every week will be different. So we will have some serious topics and we'll have some fun topics. It's just every episode will hopefully be a little bit different. Just so you're not just getting the same three queens screaming at each other.
I love it. Oh, I'm so happy.
I know.
I'm really excited. Very excited.
So please follow us, Real Life Gays, on Instagram. The name Real Life Gays also means Rhys, Lee and Gareth. That's how we've come up with the name. reallifegays@yahoo.com. Again, the Facebook page will be active in the next couple of days. Hopefully by the time this goes on YouTube, it'll be up and running. Instagram's there. We will still keep promoting on TikTok. And just if you enjoy what we're doing and you like the page, please give it a share, invite your family and friends, and let us know what you think. Even if you send us an email, it doesn't have to be a topic or a question, you can just send us a comment and say, we're enjoying what you're doing, keep it up. That means a lot to us, because then that's how we know what we're doing is actually making a difference.
Definitely, that would be lovely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anything else we would like to talk about before we say goodbye?
I don't know. I just want to carry on talking, boys. I just want to... What should we do today?
Well, it's very sunny here, so I might go for a walk. Might do some TikToks.
I'm going to do some TikToks as well. I've done a couple. But guys, we want to thank you so much for watching this show. And again, remember the email address that the boys have said already, reallifegays@yahoo.com. Let us know about any topic you want us to talk about. We go through them together. And we do try to email back every single one of you. So don't be afraid to email us. If you have a subject that is a little bit close to your heart, please let us know. Make sure that you let us know that in the email so that we can definitely email you.
Yes.
Thank you so much for watching.
I know, thank you.
Thank you for watching, guys.
And we'll see you next episode, yeah?
Yes. Mwah.
See you.
Bye.
Keep it real.
Did you see the last one? Let me show you this, boys. Let me show you this.
Okay.
Here she goes. I did see that one. I messaged you saying I think you should bring that to the UK when you come and visit.
I will. I've also got a backpack of feathers that I might try on for my next TikTok, maybe.
You're lucky. You've got all these props and wigs and everything at your disposal. I have nothing.
Girl, just go buy it.
I have ordered a wig, and that's it. It was like £5.
Oh, can't wait for that one.
It was cheap. I'm not buying anything.
No, we're cool. It's all good. It's all good.
What TikTok was that for?
Oh, well, I'm going to do a burlesque one.
Okay.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's a bit heavy. I don't know how these dancers do it.
Looks heavy.
It is quite heavy. Yeah,
I'm
guys.
definitely having a bit of a chill day
Definitely
today.
the butch one out of the three of us.
Yeah.
Who's the butch one?
Rhys.
So the butch one. And the sassy one. You'd be like
The sassy one. I know we can each have a persona. I'm just the Scottish one.
I'm the sexy bold one.
The sexy one.
But yeah,
The thing is, if you were to look at Lee is definitely not stereotypically looking gay man. Are you, Lee?
he's
I don't
not
know, people have
butch gay.
said to me, I've got a straight best friend, and whenever we've gone out on a night out, like in the past, he used to say to me, "You're the straightest gay guy I know." But then I used to say to him, "You're the gayest straight guy I know." But no, all good fun.
Yeah, exactly.